We begin Wake Up CBUS at 6 o'clock with breaking news. Overnight, the Buffalo Bills confirmed that safety Damar Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest after a tackle during Monday Night Football. The team said his heartbeat was restored on the field and that he was taken to a hospital there in Cincinnati. The game between the Bengals and the Bills was suspended.
So this morning we have team coverage at 6 a.m. on Hamlin's condition. Adam King is in front of the UC Medical Center in Cincinnati where Hamlin is recovering. We also have Amy Steigerwald tracking some of the emotional reaction that we're seeing on social media.
We also have a weather alert this morning. Heavy rain moving across the area and will impact your morning commute. Here's a live look at a very active radar this morning. WTEN meteorologist Maddie Kirker is tracking your hour-by-hour forecast. And Maddie, we'll start with you.
Well, you know, we do have a lot of rain that did fell last night and more rain to come. If you look out to our west right now, out towards Indianapolis, all of that rainfall will be pressing into central Ohio as we head into this afternoon. So more rain to come, even if it's letting up just a little bit. I wanted to zoom things into the southern portion of our viewing area. We're watching some gusty winds down towards Portsmouth. So if your travels this morning take you in that direction, big heads up for that. We're also tracking some heavy rain in Chillicothe right now. More of your forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Maddie, thank you. A busy morning here on Wake Up CBUS. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Clay Gordon along with Angela Ann and Tracy Townsend.
Yes, overnight fans from the Bills and the Bengals gathered together outside the UC Medical Center in Cincinnati. They were there to pray for Bills safety Damar Hamlin.
10 TV's Adam King is there for us this morning. And Adam, doctors really say the next 12 to 24 hours after cardiac arrest are critical. What do we know about his condition right now?
Well, we are still waiting on an update, Angela. Right now, the last thing we know is what the Bills put out last night, that he is in critical condition and did suffer that cardiac arrest. We're hoping to get an update sometime soon this morning. But right now, the sentiment surrounding this whole scenario is that the NFL is a family and no one cares about the score. That's what we saw here last night. That's what we've seen here throughout the night. Bills fans, Bengals fans coming together with candles to pray, to hope that Damar Hamlin can recover from this tragedy. And with all of that, they know they are just one family.
We're an NFL family. We all love the game. We all love the sport. We just got to pray for the player that's down.
So once we saw the replay, like, it was heartbreaking.
Oh, everybody around literally couldn't talk.
65,000 people sounded like a group of 20 people. It was quiet in there.
When you hear something like that, so many supposed to be waking up this morning talking about one of the greatest NFL games of the season, and yet none of that matters. Everyone just waking up and hoping to hear good news. We will continue to keep you updated as we learn anything, but right now our latest update is that he is in critical condition.
Adam Forrest live in Cincinnati. Adam, thank you. There's a timeline of what happened last night right here. Hamlin collapsed on the field. That was at 8:56 p.m. Medical professionals reportedly performed CPR on him for several minutes. Then at 9:18 p.m., officials on the field announced the game was temporarily suspended. So both teams went back to the locker room. The ambulance carrying Hamlin left Paycor Stadium with police escort at 9:25 p.m. The football game was postponed just after at 10. And then at 1:48 this morning, we got the last update on Hamlin's condition from the Bills.
Well, people all across the world are really expressing their love for Damar Hamlin this morning and also prayers for hopefully a speedy recovery. Let's get to Amy Steigerwald right now. And Amy, you're seeing a huge amount of support online about the situation.
Yeah, that's right, Angela. Social media flooded with tweets and posts rallying around Damar Hamlin and really the entire Buffalo Bills team. Nearly every NFL team tweeted at some point last night. You can see this one here from the Patriots. We have, of course, the Bengals tweet, the Browns also tweeting. Pretty much, again, every team tweeting out their support. We also have some reaction from Ohio Governor Mike DeWine offering up prayers for Damar Hamlin and the entire Bills organization. Now, last night, as this situation unfolded, there was also a lot of emotion on the field from players and fans. And as we continue to wait for those updates regarding Hamlin's health, we're hearing from former NFL players about how scary these situations can really be.
Praying, you can just see
these scenes are haunting. The thing I think we need to take away from this is, one, it's a reminder of how precious life is. Two, it's a reminder that there is progress being made.
And this morning, that reaction from fans, players, coaches from all across the country, not just in the NFL, but other sports as well, continues to come in as many are really hoping his condition improves. Back to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Amy. And as fans left Paycor Stadium there in Cincinnati, the lights turned blue across the stadium. That was, of course, in honor of DeMar.
Yeah, the blue and white, the Bills
colors.
Team colors. And I think people who watched the game, I know you were up late watching the game as well, but, you know, when that moment happened, you really saw the team. I mean, the entire bench went onto the field and they surrounded DeMar, and some of the players, you could see they were in tears. They were holding their head in their hands as they were kneeling, and kind of created this wall around DeMar to just really, I think, this sense of protection, right? They wanted to do whatever they could to really protect him while his mother was watching in the crowd.
Yes, and you know her eyes were peeled
Gosh,
to her kid.
And there was some video before the game of him interacting with his mother on the sideline there too. So after the news of Hamlin's injury, fans began donating to Hamlin's toy drive. This is really cool, a great development overnight. In 2020, DeMar started a GoFundMe to purchase toys for children in his community. Now, the initial goal was $2,500. Right now, we're happy to report people have donated, really just in the last few hours, more than $3 million to this.
Well, to Adam's point, clearly one team. Our web team has been updating all of this. You can get the latest at 10tv.com. Overnight, there's information that we've been posting to talk about Hamlin's condition. We'll continue to do that right here on air and online.
Well, we do want to get to our other big story. We have a weather alert as you start your Tuesday morning here with Wake Up CBUS. Not really windy outside right yet, but it is warm and wet. Widespread showers and occasional rumbles of thunder may have woken you up overnight. We're expecting near record-breaking warmth today, but also pretty wet outside.
Yeah, and it's really not letting up anytime soon. We're seeing waves of it. Here's Doppler 10 meteorologist Maddie Kirker, and she's got our hour-by-hour forecast right now throughout the rest of the day. Hey, Maddie.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is one of those days here in central Ohio. You just know it's going to be rainy pretty much all day long. It is also January. That's typical for this time of year. So let's go ahead and just show you the radar right now. Thankfully, if you look way down at the bottom of your screen, down into southwestern Kentucky, we are looking at a tornado warning, but that is not in our viewing area, and that is not going to be affecting us whatsoever. We do not have a risk for severe weather, thankfully, for us here in central Ohio. But I do want to show you that just recently, this radar kind of lighting back up south of Indianapolis. This whole cluster will eventually make its way into central Ohio. So we've got even more rainfall moving in our direction the more we get into this morning and later on this afternoon. So kind of just prepare yourself for one of those days, especially out if you're going to be driving in it. Latest look here closer to home. We've got some heavy rainfall from McConnellsville down to Athens. This is out towards Marietta as well. A little bit out to our west in Chillicothe. We're seeing some heavy rainfall just beginning to push in. Circleville also about to see that pushing in out towards Washington Courthouse. And in downtown Columbus, we had a break. We had a little break from the rain, but it's picking back up. So if you're joining us right now at 6:08, just know that as you're heading out the door and you're in any of our little cities in Columbus, just know that we will have more of this rain, and it just continues to fill in heading into this afternoon. So here's the reality of today's forecast. We've got the widespread rain, heavy at times. We've got areas of fog also making it hard to see out there. And we even have some more indications. We'll see the chance of some more thunderstorms. We had that last night. We'll keep that chance of thunderstorms around for this afternoon as well. Here's 1 o'clock today, looking at that widespread rain. When does it let up? After about 5 o'clock today, we'll finally get rid of a lot of this heavy rainfall. We will stay cloudy, though, for this evening until our next wave of rainfall does move in, heading towards tomorrow morning. So, as promised, here's your hour-by-hour forecast. You see that 65 degrees? If we hit 65 in Columbus, that will break the all-time record set back in 1950 of 64. So it is going to be a record-breaking day temperature-wise. We'll have that rain around, and we'll be talking more about the rain here in a couple of minutes. But with that rain that has already fallen, we're seeing some issues on the roads. If you have to be out there driving, here's the latest with Gabriela Garcia. Good morning.
Good morning, Maddie. For more than 24 hours, some flooding on the west side has really been taking place. Again, this is over a day now, because I remember putting this online at about 5:19 yesterday. There was flooding here on the west side on I-70 in both directions, just east of Wilson Road. It's now 6:10 this morning, so it's about 25 hours now if you do the math. Either way, though, expect flooding in that left lane of both I-70 eastbound and westbound just east of Wilson Road on the west side. Seen a lot of rain. Maddie mentioned that we're seeing it a lot in our, southern part of the viewing area there here in Circleville 23 where it meets DuPont Road. You see a lot of that rain, not only on the camera, but on the roadways as well. So hopefully those folks there on the south side Chillicothe taking it slower this morning. A little less rain over here where I-670 kind of approaches the airport there at Airport Drive, but still very slick. Take it a little slower, reduce those distractions, make sure those windshield wipers are up to par.
Gabby, thank you. Thousands of Central Ohio students are seeing big changes at the bus stop today. Next, what parents in 2 Central Ohio school districts need to know as their kids return from winter break.
We're also continuing to follow breaking news. The Buffalo Bills confirmed overnight the safety Damar Hamlin is in critical condition this after suffering a cardiac arrest on the field.
Hamlin is 24 years old. He played college football at the University of Pittsburgh for 5 years and was drafted to the Bills in 2021. Hamlin is a native of McKees Rock, Pennsylvania. Ahead, we'll hear from medical experts about what he suffered, that cardiac arrest.